no, it says something. It says rotate. You can't turn.
Oh, sorry. We're looking at you.
Is that fine?
We're looking at Jack to see because he's like, hey.
Are we live?
What's going on? Are we live? We're looking so that we have a thing here that says...
We're trying to make sure we're connected.
I'm pretty sure you're live. But this is kind of an embarrassing way to open it.
Well, sugar.
Oh, crap. Oh, it says live. You're live.
Now...
Great.
Okay, take two. I don't know. Let's see. We're looking for us live so we can read your comments. So we've got one camera on this side, and we've got Yvette going on with her camera there. So we are not in a good...
You have one viewer.
Can I see us?
Yes, we have one viewer, but we're sideways.
You can see me. Hi.
Nice.
So we're sideways, but that may have to just turn your phone,
portrait
people. It's a portrait mode so that we
Oh,
could
we're
all
sorry.
get in
I
there.
see. All right.
Wait, should I press X on the Easter egg thing?
No, just go ahead and leave it there. All right, so tonight, this is our number 2 video. I know it's in portrait mode. That's so that we could see everybody. We could get everyone in here. Kat and I and Yvette could all do the crystal wrap. And Yvette has her phone so that we can see all your comments. So please post comments, and we'll answer them as we can. So tonight we're going to do a basic crystal wire wrap. When I first learned how to do wire wrapping years ago, like 30 years ago, which sounds really bad to say, it was called a hippie wrap. It was a really simple, easy way to wrap crystals. 2 wires, a crystal. You can add beads if you want to. So we've got lengths of wire. We're cutting ours into about 18-inch lengths, and that will cover or wrap, anywhere from an inch crystal to a 2-inch crystal.
And we need 1 or 2 pieces?
2 pieces of wire.
Okay.
So first, let me talk about what we're using. I'm going to stand up and show you the different wires that we carry, and Jack's going to tell me if they're in focus. So we have different diameters of wire. Wire is gauged. It goes from the small wire here, which is a 24 gauge, a 22 gauge, a 20 gauge, and an 18 gauge. The gauge that we're going to use is a 22 gauge. So 22 gauges, it's strong enough to hold the wire or the shape of the crystal, but it's not hard to wrap, which is what you want to look at. Another thing that you want to look at when you're buying wire is the hardness of it. So you can get dead soft wire, which when you bend it, it feels like when you put bubble gum on top of your car, the dash of your car in the summer, and then you take a bite of it and it just goes inside your mouth. That's dead soft wire. It's really hard to work. Well, it's not hard to work with. It just doesn't stiffen up. So the more that you bend your wire, the stiffer it gets because you're heating up the metal as you bend it. So the dead soft is hard to work with. It is good for certain things. I generally don't like it. Half hard is what I like, which is kind of half from dead soft to a hard wire. A hard wire is very difficult to... Thank you. It's very difficult to bend, so you kind of want to stay away from a hard wire. The wire that we have at the shop and what we're going to use now is a copper core wire. It has a bunch of different colors, but the inside of it is copper. We have silver, we have gold tone, we have copper, we have an antique bronze, so we're going to utilize those. And the array of crystals that I have today, I'm going to put them in my hand and take them up to the front, and then Jack's going to tell me if they're in focus. No, he says. Yes, he says. So these are an array of crystals. I've got some amethyst, I've got some smoky quartz and some quartz, and then I pre-wrapped with a bead, a nice smoky quartz with a garnet on top. Jack has got a fuzzy look. He says, I'm okay. So, and this is something that you can do, the simple wrap on the crystal, but then you can put a bead on top. And then we're also going to cover doing a crystal. Jack says, yes, I'm good. A crystal with beads on the outside of the cage. And this is just super easy. It looks more difficult than it is. So we're gonna do the regular wrap first, and then we can talk about how to embellish, which is the fun part. If you have any questions or need to see something up close, let us know in the comments. And what I'll probably try to do is that every step I will stop and I'll show you up close, and then we'll keep going. So the first thing we're going to do is choose our wire. Does everybody have 2 pieces of wire?
I did. I just got 2 silvers.
2 silvers. What is
Do we have
Kat
to do
gonna
the
choose?
same color?
No, you can choose whatever you want. Oh, tools, while Kat's choosing her tools. The tools we're going to use today are chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, and cutters. So these are the 3 that we're going to have to use today. Ooh, someone's changing it up.
Yeah, we don't need no matching wire.
Ah.
You guys are going to give me a heart attack. I'm like a anxiety. No, everything must match. I am going to choose, what am I going to choose? I'm going to choose copper today, or right now. Okay, so we've all got our wire. So you want to hold, actually I'm not going to choose copper. Yes, I am. You want to hold your wire out. You want to kind of bend it up and just loosely find where your middle is. And then you want to kind of go off to the side. Just a little bit off to the side. You want to hold it there. So we're holding our wire. We have all this wire sticking up like little antennae, and then we have all this little wire down here hanging down like little tiny legs. So the first wrap that we do, this little twist, it's not really a wrap, it's a twist. And this is kind of the only time that I really twist wire together rather than wrapping wire around. And so what we do is we just take our 2 wires. I have a nice little space going on.
Oh,
You guys
in
can
between
see
them?
my little space. And you're going to take your antennae and cross them. So it looks like that. See our little crossed antennae? And then you're just going to take your fingers and you're going to just twist. 1, 2, 3. I have it ingrained to me to just do 3. I don't know why. It just is something that happens. So now we have a little X with a little twist in the middle. We have our little twist.
Yes.
Is that not tight enough?
Not quite, but we can fix it. You can take it apart and we can redo it. So you want to really, to get your wire to twist tight, you really want to hold your legs, the little tails that are sticking down, and then all you're doing is turning these antennae at the top. Cool.
It's okay.
It's good. It's good.
So,
Cat's catching up.
3. Is that
Perfect.
better?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so now to make a good little spot for your crystal to sit in, just take your antennae and kind of put them flat. So they really look like little antennae.
It's a Y.
It's a Y for Yvette, for a Yvette.
I bet.
Okay, and then, so you have your crystal, whichever crystal you choose. And rough crystals are easy to start with because they have a nice little corner to sit inside the wire. And what you're going to do is on the edge of your crystal, wherever you want, you're going to put an edge, a little corner inside that little elbow. See there?
Okay.
Here, I'll show it you guys too. There's a little edge. I've got it sat inside there, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my antennae and wrap them around. So now I've let go of my first little twist. There we go. Sorry about that. I had a call. And so then I've got a little round. I've got my wire held onto the edge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my second wrap, or my second twist, sorry. So I'm going to cross them, and then I'm just going to twist. 1, 2, 3. And you'll see this one is way easier to get nice and tight than the first one.
It's pretty compared to the first one.
Excellent.
But
Oh, you guys both have
Tighter
chronic.
or-
Okay, so Kat just asked, does it need to be tighter? Right now, you don't have to worry about if it's tight. We'll tighten it up after. So then what you're going to do is after you have these 2 little twists sticking out to the side there, you are going to take your wire And you're going to bend it up 90 degrees just like that. So now your twists are following the sides of your crystal. They're kind of standing up. So everything is now pointing to the ceiling. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your Ys or your antennae and you're going to spread them flat. So now they look like little arms. Ah! It's a little bug. All right. So now we're going to do the same process because we have 2 on one side and 2 on the other. We're going to take one side and cross it and twist. And then we're going to turn it around and we're going to take the other side and cross it and twist. 2, 3. Okay? So that's the process all the way up. So we're here. We have our little ways out to the side. Have them out to the side. And I'm going to take those little little twists and put them up 90 degrees to where they're on the sides of the crystal. Like that. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to flatten them out and twist again. Everybody, let's twist again. So that's how you do alternating sides all the way up the crystal. So you can kind of start to decide, do you want to do your wire twists following the sides of the crystal? You can follow the corners of the crystal. You can alternate them. They don't have to be exactly perfect every time. And you just end up alternating, and making a twist. Alternating, making a twist.
It looks so pretty.
It does look pretty. Okay, let me have all you guys' because they're done so nice. Okay, let's show everyone. I'm going to put them up there. So here we have, I don't know, there. 3 pieces. All nicely caged all the way up. So this is green kyanite, quartz, and blue kyanite. They look really good, you guys. So there's that, and there's a blue kyanite, and I've got my quartz. So now we have our, is it tight enough? If you feel like you have, your wire is loose, what you do is you just take a pair of chain nose or a pair of round nose pliers, and you put it on either side of a wire, and you twist it, and it takes up the slack. So what you do is, wherever you think that there is slack, on either side of the wire, you hold on with a pair of pliers, and you turn it, and it'll make a little lightning shape. And what that does, as I keep going around and around, and I can't really do that the way I need to in front of you guys, but you can see the little shapes that it's making. And what that's doing is it's tightening up your wire. So if your wire is loose, now it isn't. Now we're good.
It makes it look really cool.
And it makes it look really cool, says Kat. Okay, so now what we do is we have to end this. So the end is really kind of the same way that you do an earring. There's a couple ways that you can do. There's a couple things that you can do. You can bring them all up to the top and twist all 4 together and make one piece of wire that then we turn and we make an earring. Or you can, which depends on the crystal. This one's kind of delicate, so I think what I'm going to do is cross one, and I'm just going to twist 1 or 2 times, and then I'm going to just let 2 wires come up, and these other 2 wires I'm going to wrap back around to the top. So I let these 2 wires go up to the top, and then the other 2 wires I've just wrapped back down so it makes kind of like a little veil.
So you twist them at the
Oh, and then Yvette just went ahead of us, and she just did the whole thing.
Like, I know this
I am having so much fun.
She's like, I know how to do it, and I'm not going to listen to you anymore. No. So here we have the little things.
part.
Yeah, probably go a little bit further, like, or if you want
Down.
to, or actually you can end them, or you can go down. If you want to end it, if you like the way it looks, you just clip off those little ends.
Just clip off like these ones.
Yeah, clip off the ones that are wrapped around.
Okay.
Wow. I love doing
See?
it like this. It's so pretty.
So then what Yvette did ahead of us
Sorry.
is we did the earring wrap. So I can show you guys how to do that pretty close if Jack tells me that I am. Jack is our cameraman this evening. So I need to come, oh, he says I need to do the thing.
Here, I could do my hand.
Yvette's going to do her hand. Ooh, look at the, okay. Yvette's going to do her hand. Down? Yvette has to go down?
I think you could get rid of the hand, and I think it would stay in focus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now what I'm going to do, Yvette has a really good mnemonic for this. So I'm going to, I hold my wire inside my pliers, and I'm going to bend 90 degrees this way. You can see we're totally professional here. We have a lot of stuff going on. And then I have my round pliers that I'm holding. So you can see the wire sticking out between the round pliers. My quartz is coming down. And then what's the mnemonic?
I did around the world and to the ground.
Around the world and to the ground.
Move your pliers upstairs.
Move your pliers upstairs.
Back to where you started.
Back to where I started. So what I have is like this great little round eye at the top. Excuse me. And now what I want to do is I want to hold that eye with my flat nose pliers like this. And then I'm just going to take my wire and I'm going to wrap. And then once I'm happy with it, I'm going to cut my little tail off. And there I have a nice little top.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah. Okay, so Kat's going to try it.
Okay.
So first get the flat nose, the chain nose,
Okay.
and put the at the tip here, and then you're going to bend, hold it, and now bend your wire 90 degrees. There you go. Now you'll get the round nose plier, put it in the corner on the top, and wherever you put the round nose plier is going to be how fat your circle is. So you probably want to go like right there. Now with that hand, grab the wire and go around the world and to the ground. Then you want to pull your pliers out, move them upstairs, and then continue under back to where you started. And pull it tight. And make it, no,
Sorry.
right there is perfect. Right where you started.
Okay.
Right
Where I
there.
started. Okay.
So now are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right.
So put
So
your
I
plier
switch.
back in here. Now point that to the sky, and can you see? You can go this way
Okay.
and go around. And try to keep your wires together so you have a cleaner. Right. And you want to go down, not up. There you go. There you go. There you go.
This is my first time doing this.
And
It's
and
a
I
little
think it's
difficult.
kinda
It can
good,
be kind
right?
of
Now you wanna
confusing.
just cut it.
Cut it. Well, and then the yeah, it's just like kind of tedious. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be kinda
So one of the things too I wanted to show you guys is you can add beads to your
Mash it
wrap.
flat and make it
After you've done your twist, if you want to add beads to your pendant, this is the time to do it. You can string whatever beads you want
That's pretty with the dark wire.
on that's the antique. Yeah.
You should show them.
Oh,
Look at how pretty the dark. What is that? Bronze wire?
that's the vintage bronze wire.
on a smoky quartz.
So that's a smoky quartz, and then you can see I just added a Larimar bead, which I can do on every wire. I can do it on only one wire, like this one I did every other wire.
So we'll make
It's
it
a
shorter
beginning.
next time, but yeah, it's
So there's any, and you can use big beads, you can do little beads. And then this one, what I did is before I finished the top, I put a bead on one of the 4 little legs, and then I wrapped around it. And so what we'll do too is after this is a little bit of a not difficult. It's hard to see. It's hard to see in a video. So I think what we're going to do too is after this, we'll take some still shots, or we'll maybe make some, we have, what do you
Did
call
you
that?
start, like, you started with the 3? Is that how we started? I can't remember how we started.
Just 2? Well, there's just 2, and then you just turn it. Oh, yeah, with the 3, yes.
We just start by doing the 3.
Yeah.
I had never done it, like, for 2 wires.
No? It's easy, huh?
Yeah, I've always gotten one and created my own.
This one, like I said, I think I was in my 20s when I learned how to do this little wrap. I'm trying to see if anyone is commenting. Not today, but that's okay.
So
We're having fun.
3.
We are having fun. This is going to be like a
Then
morning
we
talk
lay-
with
then
coffee,
we
but
lay
it's
a
in the evening
stone.
and it's with beads.
That we
We're
use.
just going to talk about beads and what we do. So I'm
And then-
just
okay,
wrapping
then
up
we
to the
put
top of this
stone
one.
In one, right?
Yeah, you can put a stone like on, you just string it onto one of your,
It's funny because we just
pieces.
made one, but I already forgot how we started. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. You
so now
layer-
I've got my legs at the top, and what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to add some Larimar beads on the top here, rather than on the inside. And one of the things too, if you guys are interested in, you want to learn how to do this, but you don't necessarily want to get all the stuff for it, because, you know, if you get 6 feet of wire, that can be, I think, or no, how many? It's 10 yards of wire. So 30 feet of wire is $6. We do have kits up on our website, and we have them on Facebook as well. We're getting more and more up there as we go. So I have a few kits for wire wrapping. It's just 2 different types of wire, 2 different colors. I think I put the gold with the antique bronze and then the silver with the copper with 2 quartz crystals. So for $7, you can get 2 quartz crystals that you can wrap and enough wire that you
Oh, wow.
you use to wrap them. I know, it's 18 inches of wire, 2 pieces of 18-inch wire. So if you want to try it out, it's a lot of fun. It's a good kids activity. It's a good adult activity because we like it. But so this is, if I wrapped the beads at the top, if I'm going to add a bead to the top, that's what I've done.
I'm gonna,
And then I'm going to do my earring wrap
I'm
at
gonna
the,
get funky chicken.
oh,
Funky chicken.
ooh, Yvette's getting funky chicken.
Okay, so you put beads on top.
Yeah, this one I put on top. This one I did on the inside.
Oh, that's so cool.
So more of a little cage. And you can do more than one. You can, if you want to make it, what is that word? Asymmetrical, uneven. I am a fan of the asymmetrical.
Of uneven?
Yeah, I love uneven.
I have a hard time.
Do you? See, I have a hard time with not doing patterns. Like I default to a pattern when it's like making necklaces like we did the other day.
Yeah.
But like this kind of thing, I love it to be asymmetrical.
That's
Sorry.
Oh, I dropped my bead.
Another thing to be aware of when you do this is that your wire can break. If you overwork it, your wire will snap, and that's just the nature of wire. It's going to happen that way. So you want to be a little bit careful with your wraps. You don't want to do a lot of twisting and then go back and then do something else and then go back again because it weakens it. So right now, I've got 2 little antennae there. I like the word antennae, I think. Oh no!
Oh,
So
we
I
both
just flung a
took the
bead. I think this is a great little activity to have together. We should just keep doing them.
I think
Just
so,
little
too.
bead parties. You guys can join us. You can hang out live, ask us questions, say, hey, what are you doing? Hey, stop doing that. Don't be mean to Yvette. No.
Don't be so mean to each other.
Don't be so mean. It's something that I find that, while the store was open, we did our classes every Friday, and I kind of miss it. It was so much fun to sit and do wire wraps or earrings or necklaces, and just to have that creativity and that interaction. So this is another thing I'm going to do. I've got my little pieces here. These little extra pieces, this is going to be my bail, and then I've got my little extra pieces. What you can do with your round nose pliers, I think these are too long, so I'm going to trim them just a little tiny bit. So I don't know, Jack will tell me if you can see this part.
So, remember that I
Okay,
made you
so what I'm
back
going to do
really
is I'm going to
long,
coil
but you
here.
didn't like it?
Yeah.
So you
You
just
could
take your
probably
round nose
unwrap that.
pliers
Make it
and
short.
you take your wire
'Cause I did
and you
these-
coil
I
it,
did these up,
and you
I
let
only
it
went
go
around once or twice
right
and
off the
it fell
top.
off.
You just let it wrap.
Maybe, like,
Okay, Jack was telling me that it's out of focus. Is it in focus now? Okay. It's not.
She keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out.
Keeps going in and out. Well, can you see the little coil that I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the little coil. Jack says it's going in and out of focus.
Yeah, now it's out of focus.
So you just take your wrap and you continue to wrap around and around and around and around. I know I wasn't near. And so we get to the end, you have a little earring, a little coil. Did you ever know how to do that one?
Yes.
oh, that's so cool.
It's so cute. And then are you gonna just put them bouncy?
Ah! No, I'll probably wrap them into it.
Oh, neat.
I don't know. Now I don't like it.
Well, it's because it's on two sides like bunny ears, but they're still cool. There you go.
Like bunny ears. Oh, there we go.
Oh, so that makes me think. Like, I could get this.
So I just did my little coil at the top. And I wrapped them back into itself.
I'm gonna just use one of these for the loop, and I'm gonna do something weird with this one.
So let's see. Did I finish telling you guys about our kits? Did I do that? You can get, oh, and we're also putting single beads. So if you don't want to get a whole bead strand, we're making up mixes of beads. So you can get, I don't know, like 2 big beads and 10 small ones, kind of all in the same color scheme. So all black beads or all orange beads. And then that gives a lot of a variety if you've never beaded before. If you're not sure what type of bead you want or what color, this will let you kind of get in a number of different types of beads without buying the big long strands. So we're slowly putting those up too. I made some, I took some pictures today and I'll probably get those posted tomorrow. And then, well, like I said, we had the little, oh, this came out really cute, look.
That looks awesome.
Oh, it does.
That's beautiful. Oh, I love that.
It came out so cute, you guys.
Beautiful.
It's cute. I like it. The other thing that we're going to do, so we're going to have an earring class, which we didn't have first. You'd think earrings is easier, but it's actually more difficult than this. This is very nice. It's very easy and simple. Oh,
It's kind of weird.
that's cool.
I did like a
Oh,
little
I
tail.
love that. Is
All right, so Yvette
pretty.
went nice and funky. Look at that.
Oh my.
So she wrapped a bead here onto the side, and then you can see her little tail is down there at the bottom. That's really cool,
That
Yvette.
was fun.
That one's a cool one.
If you have 2 wires, you could do like so much
I know,
more.
you can do all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun. You can wrap 2 crystals together. So we're gonna have an earring class, I think, next week. But we're also gonna have what are we gonna have? A wire wrap ring class, and we have a few examples for you guys. Kat did hers. If that has hers on. So we're gonna do wire
It's
wrap.
not filed.
I have files in the other room too. We're gonna get them.
Crappy one.
So we're gonna do wire wrap rings with beads.
Yeah,
So these are single beads.
I like the floor with the.
Jack's telling me to do something. He can't see it.
Let me see.
This way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's not telling me, but if you can see these rings, we'll get more professional at this, you guys, I promise.
Turn the top of your ring towards the camera.
Yeah. I didn't know if you didn't want me to talk.
There you go. Now go forward more towards the camera.
This is so low tech, you guys.
Also, it's still blurry.
There you go. It's pretty.
Those are our bead rings. These are a single bead on copper wire. Really fun. You can stack your beads. You can get a big giant bead. You can get a bunch of little beads. So we'll do that one. And then we'll do how to do a crystal on top of a ring.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
That one's a lot. Ooh, excuse me. That one's a lot of fun. So again, it's the same kind of thing. It's wrapping a crystal on top of a wire.
Oh, those look good.
They're so much fun. And then we'll do the mix. So this is a crystal and about to buy tonight.
Which one?
This one. The sunstone.
Yeah, buy tonight.
Bio tonight.
Buy tonight.
And turquoise beads. So you wrap the biotinite on top of the ring, and then you use the beads on a wire to kind of anchor everything down. So that's a class that we're going to have, and we're going to get the kits up so that you can get just the 18 gauge wire that you need and the small wire that you need to wrap the crystal on top.
So you're doing a wrap, and then you're using smaller crystals to hinge it on smaller wire
So
to
this,
hinge it.
so this ring is one piece,
Got it.
separate, and then
Oh,
the
this
smaller
is so
wire is
pretty.
used to wrap the crystal on top of it.
You're so creative. This is so pretty. Is that faceted turquoise?
Yes.
Oh my god. She has good taste too. No? Like, nice.
Thank you. Well, I think that that is a wrap.
Oh!
Do you like that?
You know
Do you
what?
know I've been waiting like this whole time to be able to
say
say it?
Like, I can't wait to say that line.
We are gonna just keep creating.
We're gonna be here, so if you guys have any questions,
It's a wrap.
sorry, that made me laugh. If you guys have any questions, please continue to comment in the video, and we will get the answers to you. If you have questions about the wrap, about how to do it, different beads or anything like that, let us know, and we'll be back again for another live class. Thank you. Bye. From
Bye.
Kat and Yvette and me. And Jack, thank you for doing the camera,
Thank you,
Jack. Bye.
Bye.